Three, two, one, boom. This is it, guys. We're back at you, and it is time for another kick-ass podcast.
Yeah, it's like Vader would say, it's time, it's podcast time.
Yeah. Well, this time around, we got something cool going on, something that we haven't done before, which is we're going to be diving deep into wrestling figures.
Oh, yeah. My drug of choice back when I was a kid was wrestling figures.
Now, this might be, I'm not sure how long this will be. I'm probably going to make this like a 3-part thing. Because there's a lot of figures that came out over the years, so we're going to be talking about, all that stuff from like the 80s, 90s, and all that. But I figured that for this part 1, I figured we'll dive into the WWF Super Stars LJN wrestling figures from, 1984 to 1989 here.
Oh, yeah.
Which is some old school awesomeness here. And some of these figures I actually used to have when I was a kid.
I had a lot of them growing up as a kid. Like,
right.
The only thing that was so crazy about those figures, they were always just in like one pose. So like when you'd fight them, you have to kind of like work around all that.
Yeah, right. I remember when I was a kid, I had the Big John Studd figure for the longest time.
I had like Big John Studd, King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan. Remember having the British Bulldogs, the Macho Man.
Right. So
even had Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov.
Oh yeah, all the cool, from back in the day, which is pretty kick-ass. So I'm going to go over a few of these, and also some of these had variants as well, which I find is pretty cool, where they had different colors or something was a little bit different.
Yeah, they always did that with some of the wrestling figures. Like one would slip out like being a different color and be like, oh, this one is with him with that color is worth so much money now. It's like
they just
a different color. It's all
right. They did that with the Marvel Legends as well. They had variants where they were different colors and all that cool stuff. So I like when they do stuff like that. But all right, here we go. We're going to dive into the WWF Super Stars 1984 Series 1, which we had Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, as of right now, from what I'm reading, the market value is, if you had him sealed, he's worth anywhere from $300 to $450.
Damn.
That's pretty good. And loose, if you can find it loose, he's worth $40 to $60.
Yeah. They had there was an episode of this show called I forget what it was, where American Pickers, where they go around and pick stuff and buy stuff.
Right.
And on one episode, the guy actually found it was a loose, but it was a real good condition Andre the Giant, like Series 1 figure.
Yeah. And
he's like, how much you want for the Andre the Giant figure? And the guy's like, $5. He's like, sold. And he's like, I paid $5 for the Andre the Giant figure. I think it's at least worth $25.
Yeah.
That's they buy stuff and try to make profit on it.
Right. And also, I want to add that we're also going to be answering wrestling questions from Daniel Santana throughout this podcast as well.
Kick ass.
But yeah, let's see. It says Andre the Giant, he had no accessories, but he was referred to as the long-haired giant.
Yeah, because back in that day, he had long hair. Like,
right,
he had
in
long hair, and he just wore, like, regular ring tights and boots and...
Right. Good stuff. Now, the next figure here it's shown is Big John Studd, which I had this figure.
Yeah, I had that figure, too.
And, it says here, packaged, he's worth anywhere from $100 to $140.
Yeah.
Loose, which I had loose, and he's worth $25 to $40. I wish I would have kept them because quite a few years back I got rid of my, I was going through stuff and I dropped it all off at like a thrift store. I didn't think nothing of it, to be honest, like he was worth anything, but that's my fault. It says here accessories. He didn't have no accessories, and there were no known variants of that figure.
I remember he had that white ring attire with like the stars on it, and I think like red boots.
Yep, he sure did. Shirt.
So I remember having that figure growing up.
Yeah, and
I don't remember if I had an Andre the Giant figure or not.
Yeah. I think the only two I had were probably, I think, just Big John Studd and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
You know, I think I might have had on Iron Sheik as well, but I don't quite remember. But
I remember actually having a Ricky the Dragon Steamboat one.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Right on. Okay, now next up here, it's showing Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, you know what? I remember having his figure.
Did you have his figure? It says here, packaged, he's worth anywhere from $200 to $300.
Damn.
Which is pretty good. And loose, he's worth anywhere from $35 to $55. Dude, if you ever like go to yard sales or just anywhere, thrift stores, if you see these wrestling figures, buy them because they're worth money. And I'm gonna do the same. If they're worth that much loose, that's pretty good. So the only accessory he had, Hillbilly Jim, was his hat, and there were no known variants for him.
He's one of the wrestlers that wrestled in fucking overalls.
Right, he had the overalls. Let's see. Next up here, we got Hulk Hogan.
Brother, what you gonna do?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $600 to $750 from what it's saying.
Damn.
That's crazy. And loose, he's worth anywhere from $65 to $95. Wow.
Dude, could you imagine being able to like being Back to the Future where you go back in time?
Yeah.
Imagine going back in time and purchasing like several brand new figures of Hulk Hogan back then.
If I could go back in time,
jumping back to the future, be like, all right, here you go. They're $500 a piece.
Yeah, if I could go back in time, I probably would have bought like hundreds of these figures.
Yeah, you would have cleaned house.
I would have cleaned house. I would have said, I'm going after the Hulk Hogan one since it's worth $700.
I'd go back to the 80s, go to every like Toys R Us or toy store, and just buy every figure of like Hulk Hogan and like come back like, okay, $500, $500, $500.
Yeah. Okay, so he's worth anywhere from $600 to $750, loose $65 to $95. His accessories were just a belt, and there were no known variants for that Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
I remember having his figure, and I think I even had the belt, and it was cool. I hated the way his figure, like his legs were like bent. He had that like muscle pose, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, as far as like the figures were, they were cool, but
you couldn't really bend them or nothing.
No.
You know, sometimes the figures, they would have one arm down and one arm up.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's like when you try to when you get them and you try to fight them, it's just like.
Yeah.
It's like, and they're like, figure out like,
stiff.
That kind of sucks, you know?
Yeah. Well, this was 1984, so.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next up, we got Iron Sheik figure.
Yeah, I had a figure.
Let's see. He packaged, he's worth anywhere from $225 to $325.
Damn.
That's pretty good. And loose, he's $35 to $55.
Yeah.
And he has no accessories, but as far as variants go, there's two designs, it says, on his tights. Yeah. So, okay, that's interesting.
So, I remember those infamous promos where he would go like, Iran, #1, Russia, #1, USA.
So, okay, next up here we got Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Super fly.
Yes, packaged. It says he's worth $150 to $250.
Damn.
Loose, he's worth $25 to $40. He has no accessories and no known variants.
Yeah.
So
Now that was probably, I don't recollect ever having a figure of Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
right.
I mean, I can remember a lot of the figures that I had, but I don't remember ever having a Jimmy Snuka figure.
Yeah, me neither. So let's see here. Next up we got Junkyard Dog.
Oh yeah, old Junkyard, JYD.
Yes, sir. And it says here, packaged, he's worth $200 to $300.
Damn.
That's pretty good. And loose, he's worth anywhere from $35 to $55.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Accessories, a dog collar.
Yeah, I do remember having his figure.
Yeah, and it says as far as variants go, he has 3 different colored chains. One of them is red, black, and silver.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Which one do you have, if you can remember?
I don't remember the chain.
Yeah. So
I just remember the figure, like.
Right on. It had 3 different colors. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Nikolai Volkov here.
Oh yeah, no Nikolai.
He packaged. He's worth anywhere from $100 to $140. Not bad.
Yeah.
And
That's not bad.
loose, he's worth anywhere from $20 to $35.
That's cool.
Accessories, it says just a hat.
Yeah, he has like that Russia like beret hat or whatever he always wore.
Right. And as far as variants go, there's no known variants.
Yeah.
And let's see. So we got one more here for Series 1, which is Rowdy Piper.
Oh yeah, I had his figure.
Yep. And it says packaged. He's worth anywhere from $300 to $450.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I got a funny story about my Roddy Piper figure that I had when I was a kid.
Let's hear it.
I was playing down by a creek, and I don't know why, but I had the idea to put my Roddy Piper figure in the water, thinking I would just let go, see if it would sink to the bottom. And as soon as I let go of it, it just took off downstream.
Oh, man. And you were never able to retrieve it, right?
Nope. I tried to run after it, but it was moving so fast down current that I just, one point I had to stop because I lost sight of it. I couldn't even tell where it was anymore.
Oh, damn.
I was just like, that's gone.
Now, also it says here, loose, he's worth anywhere from $50 to $75.
Yeah.
Accessories is kilt. And then as far as variants go, it says he has 2 shades of boots, red and maroon.
Oh, okay.
So that's cool.
I think I had the red ones.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So that's it for the WWF Super Stars Series 1 from 1984.
And out of all of them, I can remember not having 2 of them. I don't think I had Andre the Giant. I don't have was Superfly Jimmy Snuka, but
Right on. I think I only had Big John Studd and Hulk Hogan.
yeah, I remember having Big John Studd, Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Junkyard Dog, and Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, you had most of them.
Yeah.
Right on. Okay, so that's it for Series 1. So I figured now we'll jump on over and we'll answer a few questions.
Sounds good to me.
Wrestling related questions here.
Yes, sir.
So question number 1 from Daniel is, did Joe view or order SummerSlam 1991 live on pay-per-view?
Did not order it on live. I mean, back in the day, I didn't really see a lot of pay-per-views live, but later on, I wound up picking up the VHS copy of it.
Right on.
So that was pretty cool. 91 SummerSlam. That was an event where I remember, if you go back and you watch it, what's crazy, all the good guys won the championships at that event.
Yeah.
Like,
that's old school.
Yeah, I mean, you had in 91 SummerSlam, you had Hulk Hogan as WWF champion. You had at that event, Bret Hart won the Intercontinental title. The Hart Foundation won the tag team titles, and that was also the event where Virgil beat $1 Million Man to become $1 Million champion.
Kick ass.
And the funniest match of them all, though, was the Big Boss Man versus the Mountie in a loser spends the night in jail match.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, the Mountie being in jail, and this guy kind of like, oh, do you like to feel this leather against your body? And he's like, oh my God, oh man! You know?
Wow. Right on.
You want the finger? Here's the finger. And he flipped him off.
Yeah. So let's see here. Next question is: did Joe own SummerSlam 1988 through 1988 through 1998 on VHS in the 90s?
Ooh, I've owned quite a few of them. I don't think I had 88 or 89, but I remember having 90 SummerSlam, 91 SummerSlam, 92 SummerSlam. I went and seen 93 SummerSlam, but I never owned a tape of it.
Okay.
I think I had 94, I had 95. I don't think I had 96 or 97, but I had 98.
Okay, kick ass. You had most of them.
Yeah. There's a few that got away from me.
Yes. Let's see here. Next question is: did Joe own WWF Smack 'em Whack 'em VHS tape from 1993?
The tape sounds familiar. I probably did, because I mean I did buy a lot of those Coliseum videos, because you could always go up to Kmart and get them.
Right.
They always had like the different, like, not the events, but they would have like these events like Smack 'em Whack 'em or like Body Slam or whatever, and you could always pick them up there.
Right. Good stuff. Now let's see here. How many WWF Hasbro did Joe own? Can he estimate a number at least? How many Hasbro figures did you own?
Yeah, that's probably throughout my childhood, I probably at some point had every Hasbro figure they came out with. There's maybe a few that I didn't have, like some of the the newer ones that came out in like '93 or whatever. But like all the like the original series of them, like I probably had every one at some point.
Right on. We will be talking about the Hasbro figures also in a future podcast here. We're as of right now we're doing the LJNs, but we are definitely.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be badass when we get to the Hasbro's.
Yeah, we'll be doing that in a future podcast. Like I said, this is only part 1. Wait till you get like part 2 and part 3. We're gonna go big with it. Let's see here. What did Joe think of the Bret Hart versus Papa Shango WWF Super Stars 1993 match? He scores it an 8 out of 10.
It's all right. I mean, it's not special. Like I mean, Papa Shango, who later on became the God. That was the only character that back in the day kind of scared me. Was Papa Shango?
Oh yeah.
He had brought him up in that whole voodoo deal where he cast spells. And,
yeah, he had that whole thing with the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he cast a spell on Warrior, made him sick, and made him throw up, and made him like bleed green blood, and
Yeah.
like it's like what the hell? It's
Yeah.
funny though they never. You know what's funny that fucked it all up for Papa Shango was he fucked up at WrestleMania 8. He was supposed to come out and run in and do a run in and cause a disqualification for Sid, but he got there too late, and Hulk Hogan hit his leg drop and could have pinned Sid for the 1-2-3, but because they were supposed to end it like that, Sid had to kick out of Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
Oh. Kick ass.
That's where you seen the downfall of Papa Shango's career.
For sure.
Hey, you fucked up now.
Let's see. Next question is, what did Joe think of the Royal Rumble 2010? He gives it an 8 out of 10. He's got
That was pretty good. That was the one I think where Edge came back and won it.
He has it. He says he got it a Blu-ray at FYE, brand new for $5 10 years ago, which is a great score, by the way.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get an event for like $5 or less,
Yes, that's a steal, especially for Blu-ray too. Yeah, that's a hell of a good score.
I used to do that all the time. Even back in the day, we would go around to all those video stores. If I saw a wrestling event for $5 or less, oh yeah, bought and.
Oh, big time. I'm hearing you on that one. Let's see. Next question is, did Joe own the Ric Flair Ultimate Collection 3-disc DVD set released in 2003?
I think I did at one point. I think a buddy of mine sold me a whole box of wrestling DVDs, and I think that was one of them. And
Yeah.
don't ever think I really watched them though, because I basically just took them and resold them.
Oh, okay.
But I had it was a whole box full of them. Like, they were all like the 3-disc sets, and they were like Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan deal, Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's just that I got them on such a good deal, and I took them out there to where I sell at the flea market, and I wound up getting some good money for them.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's the way to go. Yeah, they sell well. Obviously, when we're looking at the figures, they're worth money.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Next question is, did Joe see WWF Survivor Series 1997 live on pay-per-view? And did Joe own the WWF Survivor Series 97 on VHS?
I had a VHS copy of it, and no, I didn't see it live.
I didn't see it live, but yeah, VHS.
I wish I would have, because that ending when, the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart deal where they, the sharpshooter and referee like, hey, God, read that down.
Right. He got his ass out of there too.
I know. Did you see? Like, as soon as he did that, he jumped right out. It was like, and he said he basically ran straight to the back and had a car waiting for him, and jumped in, got in, and took his ass to the airport.
Right.
Before anybody even had time to even react, like, get that motherfucker.
Right. He was probably scared he was getting his ass whooped. But I don't know.
That was also when Stone Cold came back from injury and defeated Owen Hart to become Intercontinental Champion.
For sure. Next
Don't
question.
go.
Next question. Let's see.
Go.
Let's see. Did Joe see Survivor Series 1996 live on pay-per-view?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Did you own it on VHS?
I had it on VHS like later on, but I didn't get
Okay.
I used to have a buddy that he would order the shows, and he would record it, and then he would turn around and sell the the tape to me like a week later. Be like, oh, here, I got the Survivor Series from last week. You want it? $5. Oh, sure, man. Thank you.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to switch gears. Now we're going to go back to the LJN figures, and we're going to be going over the
Series 2.
Series 2 from 1985.
Okay.
And we'll go over these figures like we did the first series.
Yeah.
So Series 2, we're starting off with Andre the Giant. This is Series 2, but this time around he has short hair.
Okay.
So he's, as far as variants go, he says he's referred to as short hair Andre. Accessories, he doesn't have anything, and packaged, he's worth anywhere from $300 to $450.
Oh, okay, cool.
Loose, he's worth $40 to $60. Did you have this figure by any chance?
The short-haired one? I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think I had that one. I think I remember maybe, like, because I don't even think I had the long-haired one.
That's from Series 1.
Yeah, but no, I didn't.
They didn't have a lot of figures for Series 2, I noticed. There's only, like 5 figures.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's, 5 or 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, so next up here, we got Brutus Beefcake.
Oh, yeah, I had his figure.
And let's see, he packaged. He's worth anywhere from $200 to $300.
Damn.
Loose, he's worth anywhere from $35 to $55. Not bad. And he has no accessories, and there were no known variants for that figure. Interesting.
That was cool, though. I mean, yeah, that's one figure I remember having.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Brutus the Baba.
Old
that was
school.
back when that was before he became the barber. That was when he was just simply known as Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, next figure is George the Animal Steel.
Yeah, I had his figure. Well, another funny story about a wrestling figure for that one is, remember one time my dad taking my George the Animal Steel figure and nailing it to a tree as a prank, and I saw it, like he pinned it up high enough just where I could not reach the damn thing.
Damn.
And I don't remember if it ever they got it down, or if we just left it up there, or I don't remember. But I was like, that's so messed up. You're gonna take my George the Animal Steel figure and nail him to a tree.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's mean.
So George the Animal Steel packaged, he's worth anywhere from $200 to $300. Loose, $30 to $45. He has no accessories, and there were no known variants for his figure.
He had his figure kind of had like a stupid pose, kind of like a monkey pose. He
had like his green or purple tongue.
Yeah, and he had his arms bent down.
And he had the black and red.
Yeah, black and red tights and.
Right.
Oh yeah, George, he was a crazy motherfucker back in the day.
Yeah. So next up,
chewing on the turnbuckles and throwing all the damn shit out of.
That's funny. Next up here we got Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah. That was one that you know what's funny about Greg the Hammer Valentine? Like, I had a Hasbro figure of him, but I didn't have a figure of him in that. I didn't have that figure.
From LJN?
Yeah. I remember having his Hasbro figure, but I don't ever recall having his LGM figure.
Yeah. Let's see here. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $150 to $225. Loose, he's worth anywhere from $25 to $40.
Yeah.
There was no accessories with this figure, but it does say He had, for a variant, he had 2 hair colors, one being white and the other being yellow.
Oh, wow.
Kick ass. I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Interesting. I believe...
it's funny to learn these things.
Oh, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I never had that figure either. Let's see. Next one on the Series 2 is King Kong Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you have that figure?
I sure did.
Old school. Him in his black outfit there.
Or whatever you call it.
Yeah, let's see. Market value. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $200 to $300. Loose, he's worth anywhere from $30 to $45.
That's cool.
There was no accessories with him and no known variants.
That's badass.
Interesting. And the last one here for Series 2 is Mr. Wonderful.
Paul Orndorff, wonderful, they call him Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah, he had a good build back in the day. He's definitely a weightlifter.
I do remember having his figure.
Yeah. He was in the red.
Like the muscle pose or whatever.
Yep, with the red boots.
Gotta shoot those double biceps, brother.
Now let's see here. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $200 to $300, and loose, he's worth anywhere from $30 to $45.
Damn.
There was no accessories and no known variants for Paul Orndorff.
Yeah.
That's something. So
that's season 2.
That's
or
all.
I don't know why I said season, but series 2.
Yeah, series 2, 6 figures.
Yeah.
Series 3 is where they really pumped the volume, where they got 17, from what they're saying, brand new figures in total.
Damn.
Oh, kick ass. Alright. So now...
They came up with a lot of them this go around.
Yeah, they had to make up for the past year, 85, with 86.
Yeah.
With Series 3, they got a lot of figures. So let's dive into these bad boys and see what we got.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay, first up here, we got Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I like his outfit too with the blue and black.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't think, I don't recollect I had a Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh. Now let's see here. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $200 to $300.
Yeah.
And loose, he's worth anywhere from $35 to $55. Not bad. And let's see. There was no accessories with him, and oh, interesting. As far as variants go, it says his shirt designs with or without scrolls.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so that's different. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, these are the. I like these figures, man. They look pretty cool. All of them do, actually. That's where they really kind of pump up the volume and, you know.
Yeah, with the designs and the ring attire and the cool lookness, like different designs, like, yeah, they were a colorful group back then.
Yeah, and I like the packaging. It's it's getting a little better.
Yeah.
But a lot of these are miniatures, I noticed, in Series 3.
Yeah.
There's a lot of miniatures in this one. But anyways, next up we got good old Bruno Sammartino.
Okay, that's another one I don't think I had a figure of.
Packaged, he's worth, market value is anywhere from $200 to $300. Loose, he is worth anywhere from $30 to $45. Let's see, accessories none, and there were no known variants for him.
Damn.
So yeah,
Mr. Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah, he's a tough. I always liked him. A lot of respect to him.
Yeah.
You know, he's old school, so he's a tough dude.
Oh man, hell yeah.
Next up, we got another manager here, which is Captain Lou Albano.
Albano.
Yes.
Okay, I had his figure.
You had his figure?
I sure did.
And let's see, packaged, he's worth anywhere from $140 to $210. Loose, he's worth anywhere from $20 to $35. There was no accessories, but he did have variants.
Okay.
It says his shirt is either are red or white.
Okay, I think if I remember correctly, I had the white.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he's cool, man. I like how they have him. They got him in like the black pants. That's pretty cool.
He had those rubber bands in his beard and shit.
Yeah. Next up, we got another manager.
Okay.
We got Classy Freddy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Another one I don't think I've had.
Yeah, I like the yellow they got on him. Market value, let's see. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $140 to $210. And let's see, loose, he's worth anywhere from $20 to $35. Accessories, he had a cane, and there were no known variants for him.
I'll hit you with my cane, you pencil neck geek.
I'll knock you out. Let's see here. Next up, we got Corporal Kirshner. Yep.
Yeah, I remember him.
It's pretty cool. He's got his army outfit on and whatnot.
Yeah, he's brought in to kind of have a feud with Nikolai Volkov over the whole deal of him always being in support of Russia and waving the Russian flag. Like Corporal Kirshner always came out waving the American flag, and kind of he was fighting the fight against them. And then later on, Hacksaw Jim Duggan feuded with Nikolai over the whole America versus Russia deal.
Okay. So let's see.
He's a tough guy. I remember getting his figure as well.
Good stuff. Let's see, market value here. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $275 to $375.
Hell yeah.
Loose, he's worth anywhere from $50 to $75. Oh. And there is no known accessories, but as far as variants go, there were 3 versions of facial hair. He had a clean, and he had stubble, and then he had a beard. That's awesome.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Imagine having one of each. You got the clean. Well, we're gonna have the stubble and the beard one come out, and then we're like, oh my god, look, he miraculously shaved.
Yeah, that's kick-ass.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm all for that.
Sure.
Yes, sir. He had his own figure back in the day. Let's see here. Next up, we got Davey Boy Smith.
Oh yeah, one half of the British Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I remember having. You know what? I remember having Davey Boy Smith's figure. I don't recall if I ever had fucking Dynamite Kid's figure.
Oh, we'll be talking about him next after I talk about Davey Boy. But yeah.
I'm sure because they made Davey Boy, they had to make Dynamite.
Absolutely. So let's see here. Davey Boy Smith, market value, packaged, $250 to $300.
Dang.
And loose, he's worth anywhere from $40 to $60. Not bad. Accessories, he had no accessories. and there were no known variants. Too bad they didn't have them like with their dog, you know.
Yeah, that's I know. Fucking poor Matilda.
Right.
Didn't get a figure.
They should have been a part of it, you know, the dog, but it's all good.
Yeah.
So next up, as we were talking, we got the Dynamite Kid.
Oh yeah.
No, he's
one of the toughest guys out there.
Yeah, he was a tough dude. He could wrestle pretty good back in the day.
Yeah, and he could be quite a bully backstage.
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah, I did hear. Yeah, he had a temper in real life. But let's see. Market value packaged. He's worth anywhere from $250 to $350.
Not bad.
Loose. He's worth anywhere from $40 to $60. Accessories. There was none and no known variants for this figure.
Dang.
Right on. So, yeah, that's cool. Next up here we got Jesse the Body Ventura.
You know what? Yeah, I forgot all about that. Jesse the Body Ventura's figure.
Did you have
that
it?
Interesting pose. He had like one arm totally down and like one arm like kind of curled into a muscle, but his hand was like, you know, like going the other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, making like that, making a muscle.
Yeah, like, but yeah. And you know, he had those he had a cool outfit. He had like pink and white or something like that.
Well, he had pink and blue.
Okay.
His boots were blue.
Yeah.
But his pants were pink. Pink and white. Yeah, you're right. You said pink and white, right?
Yeah. Then he had like some white.
Yeah.
With the,
yeah, I could see it now. There was a little bit of white onto his pink pants there.
I remember one time when I was, you know, when I had those figures, I had a Jesse the Body Ventura figure and a Hulk Hogan. And I remember I was always like constantly like fighting those two against each other because, in a way, like, you know, I always wanted to see them like go at it. Like they both had similar kind of build and look. It's like, man, I want to see these two go at it.
Hell yeah. So let's see here. Market value. Packaged, he's worth anywhere from $300 to $400.
Damn.
Not bad. And loose, he's worth anywhere from $40 to $65.
That's not bad.
It's not too bad. Accessories, he had no accessories, but it says he had 4 variations of hair and facial hair. Damn.
Fucking hair?
Yeah, it says he had 4 variations of hair and facial hair.
Damn.
What the fuck? So he had 4 variants there?
Yeah, and all that was different was his hair and his beard.
That's interesting.
How the fuck could you tell, like, what figure you have? Like, oh, you know, like, dude, that's like almost like over 30 years ago I had that figure.
Yeah.
Fucking hair.
That's interesting. He had 4 variants.
Yeah, and with this different hair. So every time you find one, you gotta look at the hair and shit. Be like, oh, is this a variant one?
Yeah. That's interesting.
That's funny.
That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Next up here we got another manager. We have Jimmy Hart.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I had Jimmy Hart's figure.
Did you?
Didn't he come with the microphone, the megaphone?
Yep, he sure did.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Market value, packaged. It also says carded, which means it's packaged. $300 to $400.
Not bad.
And loose, he's worth $50 to $75.
Cool.
Accessories, the megaphone.
Yeah.
And as far as variants go, it says a megaphone with or without hearts. So I guess the megaphones had hearts on it.
Or Or just was plain.
Or just was plain, right. Interesting, which I had no idea about.
Me neither.
I wonder if the variants are worth... I would assume the variants are worth more than just the normal figure itself, you know. That's pretty cool, though.
That is cool. It's just to know that there's like some different designed one. Like you get one with a heart on the megaphone or plain on the megaphone.
Hell yeah. I dig it. I like that character, too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next up, we got Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah, I had his figure.
Yep. Let's see. Market value.
Oh, yeah.
Packaged, or you could say carded. He was worth anywhere from $300 to $400.
Damn.
Brand new, sealed. Loose. He's worth anywhere from $50 to $75. That's pretty kick ass.
Yeah.
As far as accessories go, there was none. But as far as variants go, there was 3 versions of the shirt. It says pink, purple, and no stars.
Huh.
That's interesting because he's not wearing a shirt. Maybe they meant his shorts.
Maybe.
Because his shorts are purple with stars on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink, purple, or no stars. Interesting. But it says shirt, but he's not wearing one, so I would assume they made a mistake and meant his shorts. Interesting. I like how they have his look, though. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got that double bicep pose, like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With the yellow boots. I dig
Wearing the sunglasses.
Yep. Let's see. Next up here, we got Magnificent Don Rocco.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Did you have that figure?
I did not, honestly.
Let's see. Market value. Carded. Packaged. $150 to $225. Brand new. Sealed. What were these going for back in the fucking 80s? I wonder. Like $3-4?
Yeah, probably maybe at the most like $5.
Yeah. Look how much they're worth now. Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Not only that, but like current wrestling figures. You go to a store now, like a figure now will cost you like $20.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. They have gone up in price over the years.
Remember the days where you could go up to the store and get like figures for like $3-4, like $3.99.
Yeah. So he's worth $150 to $225. New, and then loose $30 to $45. And there's no accessories with them, but there are two variations of text on his shirt.
Yeah.
So I guess a shirt will say 2 different things. 2 variations of text on a shirt. Interesting. What does that say on that thing? I can't quite make it out, but it says free something. I think poster inside. Something.
Oh, cool.
Something inside it says at the bottom of the package, but I can't quite make them out because they're kind of far away. But yeah, that's interesting. Next up, we got another manager.
Okay.
We got Mean Gene Oakland.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
I think I had his figure at some point.
Let's see. Brand new, he's worth anywhere from $140 to $210.
Damn.
And loose, he's worth anywhere from $25 to $40.
Yeah.
His accessories is a microphone, and it looks like he has a couple variants here. The microphone has a WWF logo or no logo on it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. I remember. I can't remember which one I had.
Oh, I hear you.
You can't remember when it's a microphone.
Right. I mean, the small thing. That's what That's what's cool about the variants. There's like small changes, like hair on the face or no hair.
Yeah. Or like I said, a logo on the microphone.
Right. Back then, nobody knew about that stuff. I would think, or not many, unless if you're like a hardcore, collector.
Yeah, and you really look for those. I mean, any kid, like when growing up, when we got a figure, I couldn't tell you. I'd be like, oh, I don't know if it had a logo on the fucking megaphone on the microphone or not.
Right.
I really probably never even paid attention to that shit.
Like I said, unless if you're a hardcore like collector.
It's just like that Jesse the Body Ventura figure. They're talking about having 4 variations of his hair. Like, you're a kid getting a figure. You're not like, oh, why is this one got his hair different?
Right. It'd probably throw the kids off. Like, what the fuck's going on here? Why is this here that way?
It's like the Corporal Kirshner figure. You said that there was one that was clean shaven and one that had a beard.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, why has he got a beard? Why has this figure got a beard? This one don't.
That's a good way to throw the kids off when they're collecting.
Being a kid and seeing that, like, that would kind of throw you off. Like, wait, why has this one got a beard and this one doesn't?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, so now we are down at the bottom row here. So we got 6 more to go over as far as Series 3 goes, and then we'll answer some more questions. And then we'll probably wrap it up for this, and then we'll come back, and on our next podcast, we'll start with Series 4.
Yeah, which will probably be about 10 years from now, so...
Yeah, right. More like with our next podcast, which will be within a month.
It'll be about 2 years. It'll be like Stranger Things. It's going to take like 5 years to come out with the next season.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, we're not like that. But anyways, let's go over this last roll here for Series 3 from 1986. So next up we got another manager. We have Mr. Fuji.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Mr. Fuji. Okay, I did not have his figure.
Yes, it says market value carded. He was worth $175 to $250 brand new. Loose, he's worth anywhere from $30 to $45.
Not bad.
Accessories, he comes with a cane.
Yeah, a cane that he often used to get his people over.
Yes, and there were no known variants for that manager there. Interesting. No. Or variations, I should say. That's pretty cool, though. I like how they have his outfit and stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, next up, we have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Oh yeah, I had his figure.
Looks like he just had black pants on.
Yeah, and he had like a pose where he had his hand up. Where it was cool because the way he had his hand out, you could always use that hand to give somebody the iron claw. Like
yeah, I was about to say, it looks like he had like the iron claw look on his hand.
I remember having his it was like, oh, he puts him in the claw.
Yeah. So okay, market value. Brand new carded. It says $250 to $350.
Okay.
Loose. He's worth anywhere from $40 to $60, and there were no accessories and no known variations of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now these next two are going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's the same wrestler. It's interesting. It's Special Delivery Jones A and Special Delivery Jones B.
What? What the hell?
And I don't even remember who the hell this guy was.
He was basically like a like, I wouldn't really say like a jobber, but he was kind of like, he was kind of like, mid-card jobber, around that line.
Yeah.
He's a guy that lost to King Kong Bundy at the first WrestleMania in like 12 seconds.
Okay, gotcha. How the hell did he get his own figure? 2 of them.
Maybe. I don't know, but...
That's crazy. So we got Special Delivery Jones A. His market value new is worth anywhere from $175 to $250. Loose, he's worth anywhere from $35 to $55.
That's cool.
There are no accessories, but it says for the variations, his shirt is either red or yellow Hawaiian. Now this one's showing yellow. But Special Delivery Jones B is showing a red shirt here, which is interesting.
I don't think I had either one of those figures.
Now this red one here, it says market value. He's worth pretty much the same as the other one. Well, new $175 to $250, loose $35 to $55. Accessories none, and it says shirt is either red or yellow. So I guess they're just showing it's the same thing, but they're just showing the variants,
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Yeah, it's just the only difference from what I could see. It's just the red shirt or the yellow shirt. Interesting.
That's very interesting, dude.
Yeah, and also, like I said, I don't really remember this guy.
No, I just remember him, like I said, that WrestleMania where he basically got squashed by King Kong Bundy, and basically did some matches where he always was losing all the time.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, we got 2 more left.
All right.
2 more left for Series 3.
Gotcha.
So next up here is Terry Funk.
Oh yeah, the wild and crazy, middle-aged and crazy Terry Funk.
Yes, sir. Market value.
Or as ICP would call him in that one video, drunk Terry Flunk.
Yeah. Jeez.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That Stranglemania video. They were calling out the wrestlers like different names, and
they had their own little fucking commentary over the matches.
Yeah, it's like, we got Cactus Sack versus Lama Namanini.
That's funny. So anyways, market value for Terry Funk. New, he is worth anywhere from $200 to $300.
Cool.
Loose, he is worth anywhere from $35 to $55.
Yeah.
And accessories, he has a hat and a branding iron.
Yeah.
And let's see, there were no known variations of Terry Funk.
I remember in one back in the day watching Hulk Hogan versus Terry Funk. At the end of the match, like, Terry Funk sucker shot at him with his branding iron, knocked Hulk down, and proceeded to brand the shit out of him.
Damn.
Which was basically just like a X like white paint on, Remember Hulk got up and chased Terry Funk off, was pretty much just like, you did that? You did that?
Oh yeah, the good old days of wrestling. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Terry Funk's a legend too, man.
Oh yeah.
His feuds throughout history, like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, his ECW run. I mean,
well, he definitely made his mark in the wrestling world, and also I would say he made his mark in the movie world as too. He was some good films.
Yeah, he was in like Over the Top and Roadhouse.
Yeah, those are classics.
Yeah.
And,
Mr. Cutler is talking to you. I'm through talking.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so hat, branding iron. There were no known variations of Terry Funk, and the last one here is Tito Santana.
Okay, yep. You know what? I think I did have a figure of Tito Santana.
Yeah, he's in the blue there. I believe it's blue. Bluish purple. What it kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Market value. He's worth new anywhere from $250 to $350.
Dang.
Loose. He's worth anywhere from $40 to $60. Not bad. And as far as accessories go, there was none, and there were no known variations.
Yeah.
Of,
Tito Santana had a really kind of cool career. I mean, he went through like several different like changes in his like ring attire and shit over the years.
oh, did he? Right on.
Because I mean, I know in that figure he was wearing like blue tights or whatever, and then later on, remember he teamed up with Rick Martel and became Strike Force, and he went on his own and eventually became El Matador, Tito Santana.
Right on, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, let's
Yeah.
see, that is all of the figures for the WWF Super Stars LJN Series 3. Yeah, so now what we're going to do is we'll answer a few questions here, and then we'll be done with this podcast. But the next one will be a part 2 where we start off, we'll be talking about Series 4 from 1987.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
looks like we got a lot of them from fucking 87, 17 brand new figures. And they're starting to look more cool, and the packaging and all that looks pretty cool. They're getting better and better with it. But let's dive in and answer some questions, and then we will call it.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Let me, let's see. Question here we got, does Joe have a favorite match from WWF Raw 1999? He says his is Undertaker versus Kane Inferno match, February 22nd of 99.
Okay. So Raw. So a favorite match in '99.
Right, from Raw.
Hmm.
WWF Raw.
Huh.
That was a long time ago.
No, I'm saying again. Saying there's a lot of matches on there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably my favorite match from Monday Night Raw, and even though I don't like the guy, I still the fact that the night after SummerSlam of '99, he became WWF champion, and that was Triple H.
Okay.
You know, because it was like. Because when he won the title, you're thinking like, damn, you never thought this guy was going to ever become world champion.
Yeah. So,
And it was kind of cool, like to see like where he could go with the being world champion. Either you like him or you don't like him. He did become a big name in the business.
yeah, that's true.
And
So that was from Raw.
he won the belt from. Remember, at first he got Mick Foley to defend the belt that night by fucking breaking Jim Ross's arm.
Damn.
He threatened to break his arm because he knew that him and Mick were best buddies, and he's like, if you don't give me that world champion, that title shot tonight, I'm breaking his arm.
Damn.
And I remember, I think he even wound up using a sledgehammer to the knee of Mick Foley to put him down to get the win. And it was cool though, man. Like, when you saw him win the championship, you were like, oh, good for him. He finally made it. Let's see where he goes from here,
Right. Yeah, I hear you. Those were good times in wrestling too. Back in the late 90s. Let's see here. Did Joe own SummerSlam Greatest Hits VHS tape 1992 with Bret Hart on the cover, hosted by Sean Mooney?
Huh. I may have. If I'm not mistaken. I know I did have like a SummerSlam Greatest Hits deal, but I think it came out like later because I remember having like the Yokozuna Lex Luger match from '93 on it, or there's something like that. It was like a SummerSlam. Like I picked up one day. It had like, oh man, I think it had like Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. It had Lex Luger versus Yokozuna. Maybe it had a couple other SummerSlam matches on there, but
right.
'92 one, I don't think I did, honestly.
Right on. Let's see. What is Joe's favorite Ken Shamrock match? He says mine's is Ken Shamrock versus The Rock, King of the Ring, 1998. Do you have a favorite Ken Shamrock?
Oh, I do. I mostly do. His first match he ever had with Vader.
Oh, really? That's your favorite?
Dude, yeah. I mean, he fucked Vader up, dude.
Vader's a tough boy, dude. He's a big dude.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like it showed like he actually legit broke Vader's nose and actually put him in a fucking ankle lock and made fucking Vader tap.
Damn. Well, Ken Shamrock's a legit tough guy.
Yes,
UFC dude. So you know they get hardcore in the ring there, man.
And he had some wild matches, man, and
Hell yeah.
For 2 weeks in a row back in '97, leading up to the whole Shawn Michaels Bret Hart rivalry, they had Ken Shamrock made both Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels tap out to his ankle lock, but it wasn't official because the referee was either like knocked out or distracted.
Right.
And it's just like you thought they were gonna make Shamrock a big star, and then like I know he made it to like Intercontinental title status, but it was like, and the way they were making him seem like badass, they're making both Bret and Shawn fucking tap. You thought like, man, he's gonna beat these guys.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. Next question is, what is Joe's favorite Stone Cold match of all time? He says his is Stone Cold versus The Undertaker, fully loaded First Blood match.
Okay, that
1999.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Stone Cold?
Yeah, I have a favorite. I mean, I don't know if you would call it a match. It was just basically just a fucking fight between Stone Cold and Rikishi at No Mercy 2000.
Yeah.
Where Stone Cold came out in his truck, got to the ring, got out, and him and Rikishi were just brawling, fought all over the arena. He wound up putting Rikishi in the back of his truck, driving out of the arena to this big boulder, put Rikishi, propped him up against it, and then was going to basically, back up and then run him down. And as he was getting close to getting to him, a cop car swerved in front of him, and he wound up hitting the damn police car.
Damn.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, an official match. It was just basically just a fight.
Oh, hell yeah. Good old Stone Cold.
It's kind of like the same thing they did with DDP and The Undertaker at King of the Ring. I think, was it 2001 when DDP revealed to be the Stalker?
Yeah.
They had just basically a fight right in the middle of a King of the Ring pay-per-view, and Undertaker whooped his ass, dude.
Nice.
I remember at one point he was holding him by the camera because his wife was filming it, and he's telling him, like, "It's your bitch ass be famous, bitch. I hope you like it. And it just socked him in the face.
Damn. It's good old wrestling back then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
That was badass Undertaker, you know.
Right.
I know a lot of people would think that, you know, the Undertaker being the dead man was like probably their favorite version, but I always just liked the biker version of Undertaker because he had more, you know, he had more attitude. You know, he would just come in the ring like,
Right.
You know,
Right.
he'd come out and be like, "This is my yard, and I'm about to whoop your ass."
Kick ass. Okay, let's see. Next question is, what did Joe think of Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon WWF title match, Royal Rumble 1993? He gives it an 8 out of 10.
It was, you know what? I'd have to agree because that was actually a great matchup. I mean, you figured they had just brought Razor Ramon in, like he hadn't even been with the WWF a year,
Right?
And he already they're throwing him in a world title match, and the match was him. There was a cool spot in the move where Razor tried to flip him off the top rope, and Bret did a thing like he reversed it midstream, and I was like, wow, that was pretty fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
The bad guy, Razor Ramon.
It was a great character for that time in the wrestling business. He fit the WWF big time, I think.
Yeah. It was really a change because you figure Scott Hall, he wrestled in AWA prior to that, just being known as Big Scott Hall.
Right.
And remember that Wrestle Rock song? He comes out, was like, "I'm Kurt Hennig and Big Scott Hall. We're tag team champs. We'll take on them all."
Okay, let's see. Next question is, by any chance did Joe record the first episode of Monday Night Raw on VHS, January 11th of 1993?
I did not, because back in when Raw first came out, I don't think we had cable.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I ever had like cable to record like Monday Night Raw until I think around like '95, because I did have the first ever episode of WCW Nitro.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll never forget that because that was funny. Like that was when Lex Luger appeared 24 hours after appearing in the WWF SummerSlam. He showed up on the first, and I remember Eric Bischoff's reaction, like when the camera showed, like, "What in the hell is he doing here? Get the camera off of him!"
Hell yeah.
That was funny, dude. Like, you'd only get that kind of attitude back in the 90s and 80s and shit.
Big time.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Next question is, does Joe recall the Bob Backlund versus Sergeant Slaughter Steel Cage match from Philadelphia of 1981, Spectrum?
Yeah, I know about the match. I don't think I ever really watched it, but I heard it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's old school, 1981.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Bob Backlund and Sergeant Slaughter, two of the best.
Oh yeah, you ain't kidding. All old school tough guys for sure.
Yeah.
They got brought up the hard way, you know.
Remember when Bob Backlund made that, when he snapped after that match he had with Bret Hart, where he put Bret Hart and it came out with the cross-faced chicken wing? And before you knew it, he was putting everybody in that damn hold.
Oh, damn. That's crazy.
He's got a chicken wing. That's a tremendous, painful hold.
Next question is, did Joe own WWF Raw magazine with Sable on the cover, or at least 27 years ago? So this was in the 90s, I guess.
Probably. I mean, I owned a lot of the Raw magazines back in the day.
True.
I remember finding, you know, it's cool. I remember one time finding the WCW magazines. I used to go to this store way on like the other side of our town that we lived in. It actually supplied like WCW magazines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and like once a month, I would drive all the way to the other side of town to go to one certain party store that had magazines, and they would have the newest copies of WCW magazine.
Oh, kick ass.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Speaking of magazines, next question is: did Joe own WWF magazines from 1986, which I guess was the same year Daniel was born?
Oh, that's cool. I probably did. Like, I mean, I don't remember when the earliest ones, but I mean, I think the earliest WWF magazine I had there was a one with the Honky Tonk Man on the cover.
Yeah, from the 80s.
I don't know if that was 86 or maybe 87, but
Right.
I mean, I remember owning several like magazines around that time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we'll, we've been over an hour now, so I think we'll wrap this podcast up here.
Yeah.
And
basically, when we wrap it up, we're gonna take a break here for a minute, and then we're gonna get right back on and do another one.
yeah, we'll probably will. And we'll probably be posting these kind of back to back because this, like I said, this is going to be the first episode of a couple.
Okay.
We went over three, series 1, 2, and 3 of the LJN figures. In the next podcast, we'll be starting with, series 4 on up, and we will answer more questions as well. But, yeah, this was kick-ass. Yeah, we haven't done this before yet, gone deep into the wrestling figures, so.
I mean, especially, like I said, not just that, but, it's like a trip down memory lane talking about these figures. Remember the ones that I had as a kid, and
right.
like all those memories, like, losing my Roddy Piper figure in the fucking creek, or
right.
Getting my George Animal Steel figure pinned to the fucking tree, and
oh, damn, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Dad.
Thanks a lot, man. Damn it.
Fucker.
But yeah, it was cool pulling this up and looking at all these figures again. Yeah, so you're right. It's a trip down memory lane, taking a look at all this cool stuff. And yeah, we're going to keep rocking and rolling with, like I said, with the next podcast. We'll start off with Series 4. That's from 1987.
Hell yeah.
WWF Super Stars, LJN. So yeah, this is only part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. This was pretty fun, and yeah, we'll keep rolling with this because there's definitely a lot of figures.
Oh yeah.
Throughout the 80s, 90s.
We're just talking about this. We haven't even got to like the Hasbros. We got the Jakks figures.
Right. We haven't really. We just kind of scratched the surface. We haven't really.
We got WCW figures.
Right.
We had ECW figures.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all of it because I thought about this before I started the podcast. I was like, should we do one big fucking podcast on this, or should we just break this up into parts?
If we talked about all this, dude, we'd be going on for the next fucking 5 hours.
If we were to go on about all of this, it would probably be at least a 5-hour podcast, and I would just rather break it up into parts.
We're still on. I mean, we've been an hour here on the phone already.
Right, over an hour talking about the LGN, and in the next podcast, we've
only done the first 3 series.
Yeah, we got
the rest of the series to go. We got Hasbro's, Jakks, WCW, ECW.
Yeah, so this is going to be a multi-part series. So yeah, this is going to be pretty kick-ass. I think we're going to dive deep into the wrestling figures. I don't know why we didn't do this before, but just something that I thought about recently. I'm like, yeah, we need to, check them out, and dive into them, and talk about them, and also, like you said, it's like a trip down memory lane. And you had, I would say, what, most of these figures?
There's a few that I didn't have, but not the majority of them I have. Like I said, Jim, Hulk Hogan, King Kong, Bundy, Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
a lot of them I still have.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
you had a lot of them. I had a few of them, but I had nowhere near the level that you had.
Yeah. You ever lose a figure like I did?
Not that I can recall. You
That
know.
was so stupid. I just remember just being a kid, like we were down by a creek,
Yeah.
and I didn't realize, I didn't think about like the water, a water current. I
Right.
thought I was like, I want to see what happens if I put him in the water. Is he gonna sink or is he gonna float or what? And I just set him down in the water, and as soon as I let go, it just, gone.
Yeah. So I assume it went pretty fast down the creek.
Yeah, as soon as I took my hand off, it was just out of sight within a second or two. And I remember getting up and like, oh no, and like running down the fucking thing, trying to, like watching it, like I could barely see it in the water as I'm trying to like. Eventually, it just got too far away. And it got to a point where I couldn't follow it any further.
Right. Well, I mean, it happens sometimes.
It's
Figures
always
get
cool
lost.
to wonder, like, where did that figure go from there? Did somebody find it? Is it still fucking floating in the bottom of that creek somewhere?
And you never know. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
It could have showed up at some point, and somebody else might have found it, or it might still be underwater.
Yeah, but I think by now all the paint and all of it would just be like a bear,
Right.
like
A bare figure.
yeah, all
The paint
and
on.
everything, all details would be probably washed off of it by now.
Yeah, true. But anyways, yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this part one up, guys. We hope you enjoyed this video talking about wrestling figures. Stay tuned because
I think we're going to be talking about a lot more.
oh yeah, part two. We're doing that pretty soon here, and then we'll do a part three. Well, actually, we're going to go through probably the whole wrestling figures. From the 80s, 90s, 2000s, all of that. So it's going to be many parts. I don't know how many exactly, but it's going to be quite a few, I would say. At least 5, but it could be more. Who knows? But anyways, yeah, we hope you enjoyed this video, guys. We're going to wrap it up for now. We're out of here. Yeah, come on back for part 2.
110.
Yeah. That is it for now. We're out of here, and I hope you all have a kick-ass day. Peace.